Hey everybody, it's me, Max Farrell from DexFXMarkets.com. In this segment, we're going to be talking about a trader's mind, choosing your style, time, and tools. Let's get started. Okay, things we should have to start our progress here with using the Dex Atomics and getting everything going, okay? Because this is a very overwhelming process at times if you try to overthink it. So a few things that we're going to do here right in the beginning is that we're going to try to figure out what style of trading you want to do, and we'll talk about that here in a second. A time that you can trade and are willing to trade. This is some big decisions to make. A journal spreadsheet, which we show you how to make, but even any Google sheet will work for now. And as we progress through these videos, we'll show you how to add information to these. Not just keeping a journal, but helping you track your data as you're testing it. You need the Dex Atomics, of course. And one of the biggest things, part of the equation, P and D, which is patience and discipline. Patience being the waiting for the proper thing to happen, and then once it does, the discipline to do that thing. So, style of trading, you ask? Yes, there's a couple of them, and I want you to realize that any hybrid of such is completely up to you. There's no just one way to do things here at Dex. There's multiple different ways, all depending on your lifestyle and what you want to do. The first and foremost being manual trading, where you use the Dex Atomic or some variant of that, or just using the Dex Atomics to trade the actual system like we do over at Dex Atomic or Dex Atomic X. Using the manual signals, looking left, seeing different variable heights, what's the best statement price over on Nadex, all that kind of good stuff. The next value up is the semi-auto, where you send yourself an alert or a slash signal, if you will, that will help you trigger a response from you to grab a particular pair at a particular price for a statement or what have you. And this semi-auto system is probably the most widely used out of everything. That you have figured out the data is when you want signals to fire, and you simply do your thing over at Nadex. The next is an auto purchase process through ZDON, the automated system. Now, there's a limited amount of licenses. We're only doing 100, and here as of the 16th of February, 10:36 a.m., there's probably maybe 42 left, I think, after this morning. So there's not many, and we really haven't advertised out very much. But with that said, or a mixture of both. You know, some people will trade when they can trade, and then when they can't trade, they may shift over to the ZDON auto system in that process. There's even a process of alerting through the Dex signals in that solution for a manual ZDON as well. But again, there's many different hybrids to trade. Now, how do you decide what time to trade? Now, you've decided what style you want. And let's just say you're going to do a little bit of manual trade, where you're going to do a semi-auto trading process where you're going to trade, you're going to choose a time here, you're going to set some alerts, you're probably also going to pop in at the top of the hour during your Einstein window, what we'll talk about, and you're going to trade at a particular process. And you've decided these handful of things. Write them down, discuss them in your head, and we're going over them. The things that you must think about in that time is the importance of your time. And you have to take this seriously. If you are going to be sitting in front of a computer for some time, you have to figure out, is the time that you're spending there worth the time that you're getting from it? As far as if you should be working, or if you should be feeding your kids, or mowing the lawn or walking the dog or stuff like that, the importance of your time trading should never overcome the importance of what you have to do in your life, right? Eating, sleeping, those kind of things, right? But if you're watching the Jets game, or maybe playing a video game, and you are in a particular time where you could be trading, you have to find that value of your time. You know, is your time better spent relaxing, playing a video game, or reading a book, or doing something else to that effect, or is it better trading? Your ability within that time, of course, is your state of mind. We like to call this the Einstein window, where where are you vibrating the best at, right? So if it's 9 o'clock in the morning and you've just gotten up and you're still groggy, or if you've gotten up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you've already worked out, you're charged and ready to go, or maybe it's late at night, you've had a few drinks, that's not the good time to be able to trade. So you have to take in consideration the state of your mind when you're being able to trade. Secondly, that kind of goes with that second one is that your surroundings are very important too. If you're going to be trading in your office, doors closed, and you just have a few things going on, that's probably the most ideal process to be able to trade. But if you got the kids running back and forth, the dog's licking your hand, and the phone's ringing, you got Facebook chiming off, you're watching TikTok, you're on your phone, you're not in that state of mind again, right? And that's what you have to create. The state of mind also includes the state of your surroundings. Can you be able to trade while you're doing the stuff that's going on around you in life? And lastly is your technology. And we'll talk about that here in a few minutes too. Being restricted by technology, some of us not being as computer savvy as we may need to be, or maybe you're used to just using your phone or a pad or a desktop or a laptop. These things, you have to make sure that they're in the proper state too to be able to do their job. We like to refer to this entire package as your trader's mind, hence the name of the segment. Now, for me personally, I've already decided, as being the owner of a major corporation, because I like to trade, but I don't really, I have to do a lot of stuff on Mondays, and Sunday nights I really don't like trading at all, and Fridays, kind of ready, big secret here, I don't like to trade Fridays at all, because I want to go fishing, or I want to go play video game, or I want to go chill for that day. And for me, I get aggro on Friday if I trade, right? So my state of mind goes right out the window. But I can trade between 11 and 1500, which is 3 p.m. On Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I seem to have the best availability after my meetings and all that kind of stuff. I could probably even change it to 12 o'clock if I have 11 o'clock a meeting. I'm in the best frame of mind at that time too, because I've gotten up, I've checked emails, I've gotten through all the protocols, make sure that everything's vibrating with the company just right, and that particular time sets me good. My kids come home after 1500, so I set a trade and I let it expire at 1600, and so I'm good at that level, and that seems to be my best trader's mind in that 4-hour period that's there. Now, I'm not sitting in front of the computer all 4 hours, and you'll learn that your techniques later on in the series. Now, before testing, you have to understand not all times are best for trading. I chose the best times for me. Okay? During that 11 to 1500, the other pairs are fine. There's 5 major pairs and 6 minor pairs. And out of those 11 pairs, all of them are firing between that time. So I get a great field of vision on what trades that'll be coming up and what signals I'll be able to take. But not all times have that. After 1500, we only have the 5 major pairs. So you might be restricted, like sometimes late at night, they don't have all the trades that'll be available, all the same amount of signals that would be there. So if you're happy, if you're trading at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're on East Coast time or your West Coast time, that might be the best time for you because it's your time availability. It's when you have a quiet time or what have you. There will be trades. There may not be a lot of them, but there will be trades. So you'll have to accept what you get. So you either need to accept what you get or find a better time to trade. The tools to decide to be able to use, remember your technology, I've set out in the easiest, medium, hardest. The easiest is to have your laptop or desktop cabled Ethernet sitting down on your desk or in an office or in a very quiet area, of course, but your technology that you're using, the easiest being the laptop and desktop. Some people will use a pad. TradingView does have an application and as well as so does Nadex, and they both have that application that run on a pad. Even our system of Zedon can run on a pad through a remote desktop. Or if you're running it on, I don't know if it'll run on your physical pad. We haven't set it up for that, but if you were to set it up on a server, you can run it through remote desktop. And again, later on, we'll have more videos on that. The hardest way, and where some people kind of gravitate to, is their phone app. Like there are phone apps for it, just like there is for the pad. There's phone apps as well for Nadex and for TradingView. Using those will kind of make you go blind because the text is really small. If you're young and able, you can probably use that. For me, I'm blind in one eye. I want to go with the easiest. I'm not here to make trading harder. I'm here to make it easiest. Some people see the convenience of their tools as being making it easier, but in all essence, sometimes the more convenient are the ones that will allow us to make the most mistakes. We have a saying: learn how to make it before you make it easy. Using it, making, and I know that seems like a little bit redundant from here where we're saying the easiest is laptop, but really, if you're trying to make it more convenient, okay, I think the real process here is this doesn't make it easiest. Convenience doesn't equal easy. Okay, easy makes it easy. So trade with your laptop and desktop for a period of time. Now, if the best time for you to trade mentally is using the hardest tools, well, then you have to learn how to operate everything before you can operate with your tools at that hardest level. I'm Max Farrow. This is DexFXMarkets.com. This was just a little taste of the trader's mind process. We'll see you next time. And as always, trade well.